Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that might sound a little counterintuitive in our modern world. But trust me, it holds a powerful key to happiness. We're talking about reducing desire and how it can be the ultimate secret to finding inner peace. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Reduce desire, but isn't ambition good? Don't goals drive us forward? And you're absolutely right. Having goals and aspirations is a vital part of life. But there's a subtle but crucial difference between healthy ambition and the endless gnawing hunger of constant wanting. Think about it. We live in a culture of more. A better phone, a bigger house, a more exotic vacation, more followers, more validation. The advertising industry is built on creating a sense of lack, making us feel that our current lives are incomplete without this one new thing. The problem is, once we get that thing, the satisfaction is often fleeting. The goalpost just moves further away. The new phone becomes old, the vacation ends, and we're right back where we started, looking for the next hit of happiness. This endless cycle is what ancient philosophers and modern psychologists alike call the hedonic treadmill. We keep running and running, chasing after things we believe will make us happy, but we ultimately stay in the same place emotionally. It's exhausting, isn't it? This constant chase creates a state of perpetual dissatisfaction, anxiety, and a feeling that we're never quite enough. So, what's the alternative? It's not about giving up and living a life devoid of passion or comfort. Not at all. It's about a conscious shift in perspective. It's about moving from a mindset of lack to one of abundance and gratitude. It's about learning to want what you already have. Let's break down what this actually looks like in practice. The first step is awareness. Start paying attention to your desires as they pop up. When you feel that pang of "I want that," pause for a moment. Ask yourself, why do I want this? What feeling do I believe this object or experience will give me? Is it a genuine need, or is it a fleeting want triggered by an external influence, like an ad or a friend's social media post? Just this simple act of questioning can be incredibly powerful. It creates a space between the impulse and your reaction. You begin to see that many of our desires are not our own. They're planted in our minds by the world around us. The second step is practicing gratitude. This might sound like a cliché, but its effects are profound and scientifically backed. Instead of focusing on what you don't have, consciously shift your attention to what you do have. Every morning or every evening, take just 2 minutes to think about 3 things you're grateful for. It could be as simple as the warmth of your coffee, a conversation with a loved one, or the fact that the sun is shining. This practice rewires your brain. It trains your mind to scan the world for positives instead of negatives, for fullness instead of emptiness. When you genuinely appreciate the good that's already in your life, the desperate need for more starts to fade away naturally. You realize that your cup is already quite full. Another powerful technique is to embrace minimalism. Not necessarily in the aesthetic sense of having an all-white apartment, but in the philosophical sense. It's about intentionally choosing enough. Before making a new purchase, ask yourself, will this truly add value to my life, or will it just add clutter? Often, we buy things not for their utility, but for the temporary thrill of acquisition. By being more mindful about what we bring into our lives, we not only save money and reduce clutter, but we also quiet the constant noise of consumerism. This also applies to our digital lives. How much of our desire is fueled by scrolling through perfectly curated highlight reels on social media? This creates an artificial sense of comparison and inadequacy. Consider a digital detox, or consciously curating your feed to include content that inspires and educates, rather than content that makes you feel like you're falling behind. Unfollow accounts that consistently trigger feelings of envy or dissatisfaction. Your mental peace is worth more than staying in the loop. Now, let's talk about desire in the context of our goals and ambitions. As I said, the point isn't to stop striving. The key is to detach your inner peace from the outcome. This is a central teaching in many wisdom traditions, like Stoicism and Buddhism. Pursue your goals with passion and dedication, but find your fulfillment in the process, not just in the potential reward. Enjoy the journey of learning a new skill, building a business, or getting healthier. Appreciate the daily effort, the small wins, and the person you are becoming along the way. If you achieve your goal, fantastic. Celebrate it. But if you don't, or if it takes longer than you expected, your self-worth and happiness remain intact because they weren't solely dependent on that specific outcome. You're playing the game for the love of the game, not just to win. When you release this desperate attachment to outcomes, something magical happens. The pressure lifts. You can approach your goals with more creativity, resilience, and joy. The fear of failure diminishes, allowing you to take calculated risks and bounce back from setbacks more easily. Reducing desire is fundamentally an act of self-liberation. It's about taking back control from external forces and finding a stable, unshakable source of contentment within yourself. It's the realization that true wealth isn't about having a lot, but about needing very little. Imagine a life where you wake up feeling content, not because you have everything you've ever wanted, but because you genuinely appreciate the life you already have. Imagine feeling a sense of calm and centeredness, even when the world around you is chaotic. This isn't a fantasy. It's a trainable skill. So your challenge for this week is this. Pick one area to practice reducing desire. Maybe it's a social media fast for one day. Maybe it's starting a daily gratitude journal. Or maybe it's simply pausing and questioning one "I want" impulse each day. Start small. The journey to inner peace isn't a race. It's a gradual unfolding. By learning to want less, you'll find you have so much more. More peace, more time, more mental energy, and more appreciation for the simple, beautiful moments that make up a truly rich life. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If this message resonated with you, I'd be so grateful if you'd hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more conversations like this. I love reading your thoughts, so please share in the comments below one thing you're grateful for right now. Until next time, take care and be well.